for joining us. My name's Jennifer and I'm a mom to 4 incredible children, ages 5 through 8. As parents, we know one of our greatest priorities is to provide our children with healthy and nourishing food. We also know one of the greatest challenges is getting them to eat it. So what's the solution? Dr. Glenn Berall, a Canadian pediatrician and leading expert on child health and nutrition, recommends making recipes fun and involving our children in the creation of it. Today, we're going to do both. I am joined by Katherine, a recent graduate of the culinary management program at George Brown College, and we are going to make spaghetti squash. I understand this recipe is near and dear to your heart. What can you tell us about it?
Well, growing up, spaghetti and meatballs was one of my favorite recipes. Sometimes it's not that healthy. I have a real passion for creating meals that are healthy, easy to prepare, and as well as fun for children to work with. You know, sometimes there's this perception that nutritious can't be delicious, and I'm hoping today we can show everyone that you can create a meal that is delicious and nutritious and something the whole family can enjoy.
I understand that squash is healthy, but what's fun about it?
Well, Jennifer, there's lots of fun things the children can get involved in with the squash. Like a pumpkin, they can use a spoon and scoop the guts right on out. And if you pass me the oven mitt over there,
There you are.
when the squash is finished, the children using an oven mitt can hold the squash and then pull the spaghetti-like strands out.
That all sounds great, but will kids really enjoy helping in the kitchen? There's only one way to find out. Peyton, do you want to come in now, buddy? This is my 6-year-old son, Peyton. His hands are washed, his apron's on. I think he's ready to help us in the kitchen.
It's wonderful to meet you today, Peyton.
It's wonderful to meet you too.
Awesome. All right, one last thing we need to take care of before we start cooking. I need to make you an official chef for today and give you a nice hat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
You've already cut the squash, I see, Katherine.
I have. This is a step the adults should take care of in terms of cutting the squash, but now it's time for us to play around with the squash. Ready? All right. Grab a spoon, and we'll grab the squash, hold it over the bowl, and we're gonna scrape down. Get rid of all the seeds and guts out of there.
Do you want a hand there, buddy?
Yes, please.
Scrape, scrape, scrape.
Looks great, Peyton. So now that we've scraped out the seeds and the guts of the squash, we're gonna put it in the oven and we're gonna roast it for 40 minutes, and then we're gonna pull out the spaghetti.
So our squash is finished baking. We've brought it out of the oven and let it cool. Katherine, what's our next step?
All right, Jennifer and Peyton, the next step is to create the spaghetti. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the fork and we're just gonna run it down the inside of the squash and get those nice long spaghetti strands. Do you wanna give it a try?
Yes, please.
Okay, there you go. I'll hold the bowl for you.
Wow, what does it look like, Peyton?
Looks like wet noodles. This is cool.
Well, there you have it. Spaghetti squash a la Chef Peyton.
Awesome job, Peyton. So, to Peyton's squash, we added some spinach, tomatoes, garlic, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and here's our final dish.
It looks wonderful. We've just seen one example of how kids can play a part in the kitchen. Dr. Berall, we just witnessed Peyton really enjoying getting hands-on with the squash. What are some other ways we can ensure kids play a part?
When kids participate in recipe preparation, they actually are far more likely to actually eat the food that they're preparing. And I think kids can get involved in mashing sweet potatoes, they can stir things, they can cut soft fruits and vegetables with a plastic knife. So kids, when you see your parents preparing food, get involved.
We've just seen a great example of a healthy and fun-to-make side dish. This spaghetti squash recipe is loaded with fiber, protein, and vitamins. Let's move on to the main course. Check out our videos on healthy and fun-to-make mini barbecue meatloaves and springtime risotto. See you soon.